I surrender, YouTube, okay? White flag and all. Look, I don't know how many of you have been here since the beginning, probably not many of you, but you know I've had sort of an on and off relationship with this channel. I've been very indecisive about it. It started as a GD channel, like most of you know, which is all people ever seem to bring up like it means something.
I think this guy's legit. I think this guy's just a little edgelord. I don't think it's fake. Because he used to make unironic Geometry Dash videos.
And like they could ever conceivably see numbers like I did. About a year ago, I actually started trying to make stuff that I found interesting and stuff that I wanted to make, which is a trap that a lot of YouTubers fall into. Especially ones who base their entire channel around a single topic that they're bound to get burnt out on. I've repeated these points and made this video twice now, so I'll stop here. I just want to make it clear though that I'm not quitting. I just give up on trying to make good edited content with production value because YouTube does not reward passion. The YouTube metagame is extremely embarrassing and it only reaffirms my belief that it's just not worth it when my setup isn't equal to the payoff. I'm not pretending like my videos are high art or anything, but they take time because I genuinely enjoy editing. And I do like making stuff with higher production value, but it's just not worth it. Like when a fresh YouTube account sees this, like it's just like why would I bother? Like I do love editing, genuinely, but there are straight up other things I'd rather be doing than spending 12 hours on a video only for our fascist government to claim that it's only worthy of 2,000 views. And a bad like ratio because I actually had something to say while promoting unchallenging yes men channels and giving them inconceivable numbers for reading off an article and taking 30 minutes to exploit some current event. And I know, comparison is the thief of joy. That's what I said at literally the beginning of my first real video coming back. But I just want to be rewarded for trying to think outside the box, and then I remember what platform I'm on. I've realized in this dystopia that most Droid viewers don't care about the editing whatsoever, which is my favorite part of making videos by far. They care about the scripts and the audio recording, which is my least favorite part of the videos. So I guess I'll just stoop to WestJet's level and start unediting my videos. Don't expect really high production value from this channel anymore. Hell, making challenging content is what got people to despise me in the first place, just like the GD community. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. People want to be spoon-fed unedited robotic slop for all eternity while they doom scroll. Just look at what most people watch. Do you remember when the top content on this website was funny animations and skits with actual production value that required people to actually go out and do stuff? Me neither. And now, don't get me wrong, I find the whole love the old, hate the new mindset kind of cringy as well. I made a whole video about it when it comes to games, but with the rise of short-form content, I've realized that I'm still stuck in 2016 with my content. And that's why it's getting no interaction, because I care about it. Other people in even fields I care about usually just talk with gameplay. Like, that's all they do. They don't edit. And yet they're beloved because they, you know, they say what they're supposed to, right? I always thought editing and creativity was the main appeal of this website, but I guess I got it all wrong. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm only quitting because of low views. It's not like I ever thought I could do this as a full-time career. That was never even an idea for me. Making content as a full-time career is so soul-draining and antisocial, I'd rather work minimum wage. Maybe. But some of my videos did okay. Remember, it's not all about views. I got to be Villain of the Week in the TF2 community, and that was a lot of fun. But the bottom line is, it's just not rewarding. This is not a My Life Sucks video. I'm doing fine. This is a I give up fighting an uphill battle against an algorithm and viewer base that actively punishes you for not making robotic slop content and succumbing to the YouTube metagame video. So it seems with this revelation we found ourselves in a new era. My channel started with the GD era, which obviously is the most success I ever saw. Not because I made good videos, but because I exploited a niche that I eventually got bored of. There was no editing in GD, and I edited. That was the main thing. I wasn't very skilled at the game, but I was still able to talk about stuff that I cared about. And then we had sort of a weird in-between hatred era where I was just spewing out, like, filler. Like, shit like this, because I just didn't like my viewer base, and I still don't, by the way. I enlisted a lot of that stuff, so the channel doesn't really tell that story. But if you were there, you remember, in, one of my personal favorite eras, to be honest. And then we had the experimentation era, where I kind of just made videos and stuff I found interesting, and didn't filter myself. Obviously a big mistake. This technically started, like, in 2018 when I made those 3 videos, but it only really got off the ground when I made the Starfield video. And I'm proud of how most of them turned out. Most of them. But I'm tired of making videos for myself. Now we have the slop era, the one will probably be until the end of time because I don't care anymore. I'm not committing to a theme, I care even less about views now. I'll upload anything from me and my friends arguing with e-girls on TF2 to me showing off a cool creative realm we made in Minecraft. Like, at this point, I just don't care that it'll get under 1,000 views. I give up. It's mostly going to be gaming stuff, because obviously, it's not like there's going to be no editing at all. It's ironically still going to have more production value than 90% of trending or the YouTubers you worship, but I'm just going to put a lot less effort into it than the experimentation era because YouTube has bullied me into submission, as well as many others. Why do you think so many of YouTube's best content creators just quit or give up? It's likely a combination of a lot of things, but if I had to guess, it would be all the passionless aspects of this website, and how AI content is legitimately acceptable and praised. Or content that might as well be AI. I don't really have a target audience anymore. I'm mostly just gonna be shitting out videos like random clip dumps and stuff for myself and my friends as sort of an archive. But I'm leaving it public for other people who might care, I guess. I mean, I think this stuff is going to be entertaining enough, but you be the judge. Now, don't worry about getting your feed spammed. That's one thing I care about. I'll probably upload like once a month. I don't care. My videos will still have some editing and fun and some of the charm from my other stuff, so it's up to you if you want to stay subscribed or not. If not, just go hail Moist Critical. I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to hear. And yeah, I said this, it's not entirely a views thing. It's a passion thing. When your setup isn't equal to your payoff, it makes you want to just give up with shit like this. Especially when people whine and bitch over your unpopular opinions with no good comebacks because the content they absorb doesn't ever cross that line. It doesn't challenge them. So yeah, this is where we are now. Just be prepared for whatever. It was bound to end up like this, right? I tried fighting YouTube and the slop metagame for nearly a year after abandoning my niche. I even tried popular topics that I was interested in while having my own opinion, which didn't work, mostly. I tried to stand out with my editing style. People don't value editing, they value the absence of truth bombs. I was a salmon swimming upstream, being smothered by an avalanche of inadequacies from a once passionate website, so I've delved into apathy. You either withdraw while honorable, or live long enough to join the hive mind. Comparison is the thief of joy indeed, so I'll allow it to take from me. Not joining in, but giving up. I stand nearly alone in this battle, for the streets have already been cleaned. Cleaned of those willing to speak up against the tyranny of the great dictator Critical with a stranglehold on the algorithmic entertainment. I have attempted to vanquish him, but to no avail. I am but a mortal. He will be eternally unbreakable, and there's nothing I can do. Rewarding apathy, and apathy is death. With this as my last stand, I allow my editing skills built up over a decade to be put to use elsewhere as a film major. Somewhere more advantageous. Somewhere where I'm not fighting an uphill battle. Somewhere where I won't be insulted for putting in more effort than my peers. This theatric you're watching is the last bastion of my editing experience on this channel. Don't hate the person, hate the system. Further content will be fun, watchable, but have no message. Because why bother striving for a theme or a moral when the droids don't want to hear it? No matter its legitimacy. From my experience as an internet dweller, I've come to the epiphany that I am above the commoners on both an intellectual and comedic level. A majority of the population of my demographic are cringe, annoying, and unfunny. Well, I spent a long year far after my GD endeavors spilling out my hate for that demographic. I failed to realize that very demographic that I have an undying bitterness towards are the exact droid needed to fill a prosperous and fruitful channel. And I cannot bring myself to hold my tongue, so enjoy the clip dumps. No one makes those, right? We've gone full circle nearly. From being the black sheep of the GD community. Disliked for unpopular yet barely properly debated opinions. I will now rise again in 2024, looking in the mirror. All my adversaries did back then was make gameplay videos. Effortless, uncomplicated. Yet they despised me more when I actually had opinions to express. I understand now, you're not supposed to have something to say. I get it now. It's an Ouroboros, a never-ending loop. A chain of events that started all the way from the zoo, and even before that. Until the current day with our current government. What most commoners like is bad. It sucks. So if you can't beat them, join them.
The problem is that he knows us better than we know ourselves. That's why I went to Lark Hill last night.
That's outside quarantine.
I had to see it. There wasn't much left. But when I was there, it was strange. I suddenly had this feeling that everything was connected.
In my own Fizzy's opinion.
Wesley died, by the way.
It's like I could see the whole thing. One long chain of events that stretched all the way back before Lark Hill.
Which are overdone, though.
I felt like I could see everything that had happened.
River has continually cultivated an alt-right culture.
I was struck with a BB pellet. I'm just gonna respond with a video because I feel like...
And everything that was going to happen.
Coming in to defend the E-girl, let's get it!
Yeah, we can do another one.
I'm gaining altitude!
It was like a perfect pattern
So you just decided to
laid out in front of me.
Before I start, let me say...
And I realized that we were all part of it.
I honestly kind of...
And all trapped by it.
Hello there.
So do you know what's going to happen? No. It was a feeling. But I can guess.